Hello students, today let us discuss about a term called manor. What is manor? Because this manor plays a very important role in the entire feudalism system. A manor, M-A-N-O-R, was the sum total of all the land in a locality over which the lord had superior rights. Some of this land or all of it could have been received by him as a fief, F-I-E-F, fief, from his overlord. Several villages might lie within the jurisdiction of a single manor. These could have been entire villages or segment of different villages, anything. The lord and had his own residence in manor, which is used to known as manor house. For the purpose of production, they normally divided the manor into two parts. So under feudalistic system, the manor was not only an economic and administrative unit, but also a social unit. A small manorial estate could have a dozen families, while other ones might include 50 or 60. So you can imagine small manorial estate having only 10 to 12 number of families, and the bigger one, the largest one, can have almost 50 to 60 number of families. The authority of the lord was supreme, and all inhabiting the manor were his subjects, means everyone, whether the laborers or the farmers or the people in the church, everywhere one were the subjects of the lord of that manor or the part, that field, the estate. Okay, so the common people in the countrysides were known as their respective manor and not by the villages in which they resided. The lord had laid down the law, the manor and all residing in the manor were bound to it. So that means if you are staying in a village that time in the 18th century, you will not be called by the person or the address of that village, but you will be called by the manor under which you fall. The spacious and well-defended house of the lord, which was known as the manor house, was located in the manor itself, and it was a period when wars were fought for plunder as well as for conquest. So the lord started getting built the well-fortified and well-garrisoned castles in their respective manors in order to defend their wealth and human resources. And in manor, the peasants used to live in dark, damp and windowless single-room houses which was built of mud, brick and straw. When a rival lord attacked a manor, the peasants usually found protection inside the walls of the castle. So peasants' holdings were scattered in different fields of the manor. Normally, the fields were cultivated by 2 or 3 fields rotation system. Under 2 field system of cultivation, one part of the field was taken up for cultivation while the second part was left fallow. And under 3 field system, a field was divided into 3 parts. So one part was taken up for cultivating autumn crops, and the second part for spring crops, and the third was left fallow in rotation. So basically, if you see more than the 2 field cultivation, 3 field started producing more yield or yielding. Okay, so the agricultural land was surrounded mostly by open fields and forest and wasteland also, and a large amount of land known as the commons. So this tract of land was open to all inhabitants of the manor to graze their animal, the common land, or gather firewood from, or trap fish or hunt for it. So although this manorial village was not entirely self-sufficient, because you don't get everything in a manor. For example, salt or millstones or metalware. So you had to be obtained from different sources, and most of the daily needs of the peasants could be met with the good produce within the manor itself. Like grain was grown in the field, implements and weapons were made and required by the blacksmiths and the carpenters, so they all belong to the manor. Women did the work, as I told you earlier in the video, of spinning and weaving fabric. Vegetables could be got from the fields, fish from the ponds of the manor. Each manor had its own stone mill, blacksmith shop, wine presses, bakery, and other facilities. There were large pastures, to graze the cattle and horses. It is worth mentioning that good clothes, costly items, rich furnishing, musical instruments and ornaments, etc., for Lord and his entire family were purchased from other places, since all these things could not be produced locally. So the historians, they say that the world of the medieval peasants were essentially the world and experience of the manor estate. Peasants lived, worked and died within the lord's estate and were buried in the village churchyard. So this is what the manor is all about.